So international, looking at that too. So yeah.
Okay, that's good. So what I would suggest on that is whatever the R&D ideas are. whatever the R&D ideas are.
Okay.
Because of the complexity of the things that you have going on, like mortgages, you got a lot of roads leading to, like, Jeter Enterprises is the Rome. Mm-hmm. All roads lead to Rome. Mm-hmm. I'll just say, if or when you find opportunities that you're ready to tap into and drop money into play, mm-hmm. whether it's for R&D purposes or just something that seems legitimately good. I like to say, whenever there's a risk involved, there's something that heightens the liability of the legacy company, it's always worth spending that extra money to just drop another LLC for that.
Right.
Whether it could just be J Enterprises,
okay,
owned by Jeter Enterprises, so J can play.
Okay.
Right.
So now, even though for tax purposes it's going to ultimately be on the books of Jeter Enterprises, mm-hmm. but I would prefer the liability to be nowhere near Jeter, because it's a wholly owned company.
Okay.
So if J Enterprises crashes and burns, it ain't affecting Jeter. Mm-hmm. It's just going to go on our balance sheet as a loss.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Even if there's some litigation, international, or some type of investment company that I'm doing, or the day trading, mm-hmm. or the Forex. If I'm into something, if anytime there's volatility that shows up on a legal document or on a contract, mm-hmm. Jeter Enterprises is protected.
Right. Okay.
As opposed to it being a division just to show as one company. I'm just gonna pay that cost of entry to separate it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's just like, for me, like there are real estate deals that are just too volatile.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like Class D properties,
right.
in the hood.
Right.
It's not even gonna show up on my enterprise business. It's going to show up as a loss because it's a subsidiary that I own, yeah. if I lost that.
Right.
But I want that loss anyway, maybe, on my ultimate enterprise balance sheet, mm-hmm. because I want to offset that gain over here.
Which one's advantageous?
You get what I'm saying? So I can play that game as a holding company executive, mm-hmm. without having all of them as divisions. So that's when you get into maximizing that concept, where if you realize, you know what, I love what we're doing here, but I got an itch that I got to scratch. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to just pay the price to scratch that itch, and I'm gonna create a separate entity, mm-hmm. that our entity owns. Mm-hmm. So now I take her out of the equation, I take me out of the equation, because we're not the owners of that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Our company is the owner. So just making that one decision already put y'all so far up the layer of protection.
Yeah.
Insurance or nothing is going to get to that.
Yeah.
Right.
So then when you start tapping into it, now if Blossom Funding has a windfall over here, mm-hmm. and you got Jeter Enterprises there, and Blossom, that income might just be a part of, it might just be a division for now until you build that out to be a wholly owned subsidiary.
Right.
We ain't playing spades at a Monopoly table. We ain't playing tonk.
That is true.
We playing Monopoly. Okay. We're not playing spades and tonk,
right.
or checkers. So that's how you would do it. But I definitely would recommend, if you're going to start dropping that in there, yeah. I just would, like, the legacy company is protected at all costs. Mm. That legacy company is holding ownership. Again, there could be some active things that are not volatile that you're able to run through that for the purpose of just building momentum and building equity and generating income. Because you can always layer that with just basic insurance. Right. Like with the mortgages and things, because you're running it through other people, so it's really not that big of a deal. But once you start
Yeah.
Doing it ourselves, yeah.
Yeah, but with those things over here, when they're associated to markets and cycles and systems that are that volatile, you know, trading is like real estate. You know, you're just trading paper and digits, hard or soft assets.